Calaroga Shark Media.
Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. Welcome to our weekly roundup of Kate being wonderful. If you're a new listener, we find there are lots of articles explaining just how wonderful Kate is. After all, she's just a regular soccer mum like you, just getting through the days and hitting the local supermarkets. Royal commentator Camilla Tominey wrote in The Telegraph, "The mystique that surrounds Kate, unlike Meghan Markle, means no attack will stick because all anyone sees of the princess is her public service. Both the King and Diana, the late Princess of Wales, bitterly regretted pouring their hearts out on prime time. Harry and Meghan have been forced to row back on some of the more outrageous claims they made in their Oprah Winfrey interview, which has since become a parody of itself. The repeated outpourings have only served to diminish them in the eyes of a cringing global public. Like the late Queen, Kate is a reluctant royal. She's an introvert. She's a conflict avoider. She keeps calm and carries on. She's very English, which perhaps goes a long way to explaining why she didn't get on with an uninhibited, overconfident American. One question that came up this week was, is Kate hiding behind her hair? Kate recently visited Evelina London Children's Hospital to inaugurate its new day surgery unit. There she engaged with children, toured the facilities, conducted the ribbon-cutting ceremony, and comforted a mother whose daughter had just had surgery. At the hospital, body language expert Judy James identified gestures by Kate that seemed to echo her late mother-in-law, Princess Diana. Speaking to the Mirror, James said, "Kate's approach to the hospital displayed a raised chin, wide stride, and arms relaxed at her sides, signifying determination and a drama-free resilience. She wasn't using a clutch bag as a barrier, and her trouser suit was practical and professional. The moment she lifted her left hand towards her stomach seemed like a subconscious reference to Diana's engagement ring. This gesture, frequently observed amidst the current criticisms from Scobie's book, suggests she might be drawing strength from Diana, especially as this visit mirrors the kind of engagements Diana once had at children's hospitals." During the event, Kate showcased a new hairstyle with a curtain fringe. Judy noted, although Kate's new hairstyle suggests a tendency to hide behind her hair, she seems conscious of this and frequently brushed her hair behind her ear, ensuring her face was visible and dispelling any notion of wanting to hide from the public view. This demonstrates Kate's focus on her role and the people she's interacting with rather than performing for public relations. Her body language wasn't about making a statement. It was about genuinely engaging with her duties and the well-being of those she met. When she interacted with two young girls, her full attention and genuine interest in a girl's drawing were evident. The girls' growing confidence in Kate's presence highlighted the authenticity of Kate's approach. Kate continued to prioritize others, involving the girls in the ribbon cutting and showing genuine empathy and concern during her ward rounds, including a discreet moment of comfort with a mother away from the camera's gaze. Overall, Kate's body language on this solo visit indicates a clear preference to focus on her work and the people she's meeting rather than creating nonverbal statements through her actions or expressions. InStyle fawned over Kate by writing, "These days, Kate Middleton is a real-life princess, and she's got the demure, elegant wardrobe to match her official royal title. But before she was Princess Catherine, she was Kate, and she had the early aughts style to match the fact that she grew up in the era of low-rise jeans and Ugg boots." In a new Channel 5 documentary, William and Kate, Too Good to Be True, royal experts point out there was a noticeable shift in Kate's style before she and Prince William got engaged. In 2010, the Mirror wrote that Kate significantly changed her appearance to become more appropriate in the years leading up to William popping the question, which meant that she swapped her go-to club outfits, think printed dresses with deep V necklines and spaghetti straps, for tailored coats, long-sleeved tea-length dresses, and suiting. While a wardrobe shift may be part of simply growing up, experts say that it was clear she polished up her public persona as she and William's relationship developed. "We hadn't expected Kate and her family to turn up, and myself and a number of photographers and journalists were all standing on a press stand together," royal expert Rebecca English said of Kate's wardrobe choices at William's passing out parade in 2006. "Suddenly, out of the corner of her eye, we saw Kate and her mother and father being ushered down the front of the seating. I remember turning to the person next to me and saying, 'That's it. It's a done deal. This woman is going to be our future queen.'" That use of phrase, "passing our parade," had us curious, which took us to an article from The Guardian from 2006, which is a fun look back. The Guardian wrote, "The Queen inspected more than 220 newly qualified officers, including her grandson, while her son gazed expressionlessly from the sidelines, his wife Camilla by his side. In the outside world, the news media were frenetically digesting Lord Stephen's report into the death of Diana, picking over the remnants of demolished conspiracy theories, and trying to build a new one out of Charles' alleged love for Tiggy Leg Bourke, the prince's former nanny. But in the leafy grounds of Sandhurst, ringed by machine-gun-wielding guards, the feverishness seemed remote. Pomp was the order of the day, salutes and march-pasts, and a memorable, if baffling, moment when a horse was ridden up to Sandhurst's steps and through its front door. For those given to the criminological analysis of the royals, it was a significant event for another reason. For the first time at a public event attended by senior members of the family, Prince William's long-term girlfriend, Kate Middleton, attended as his guest. The prince said he has no current plans to marry, but that seems unlikely to be enough to quell speculation that Miss Middleton, William's former university flatmate, is being groomed for a potential future role as a princess. She wore a red winter coat, as did the Queen, but a protocol catastrophe was narrowly averted, thanks to the fact that Miss Middleton's was scarlet, whereas the monarch's, onlookers agreed, was claret. Back to the present and Rebecca English's recollection of that day. Suddenly, the engagement whispers were starting. There was intense pressure on William and Kate, and short of printing the tea towels, everyone had these two walking down the aisle imminently. The Mirror echoed English's observations, noting that Kate's fashion sense changed rapidly as she adjusted to life in the royal spotlight, going from girl next door to elegant future queen, and the low-slung jeans, denim skirts, and spaghetti straps of her early 20s were swapped out for smart blazers, quality suits, and refined gowns, with a more polished, palace-ready look emerging. Palace Intrigue will be right back. Prince William surprised many when he appeared on a London street to sell the latest issue of the Big Issue magazine on Tuesday morning. Reuniting with Big Issue vendor Dave Martin, the Prince of Wales donned a Big Issue vest and matching cap, attracting significant attention on social media. Kensington Palace later shared a photo of William and Dave together with the caption, "Great to be back with Dave, selling the latest edition of the Big Issue once again." According to Hello, Prince William assisted Dave in selling magazines, and they even exchanged Christmas cards. Lord John Bird, founder of the Big Issue, expressed gratitude for the Prince's support, especially during challenging times for the vendors. "We are very lucky to have the Prince of Wales throwing his support our way yet again. It's grand to have this huge level of awareness that HRH brings," Lord Bird said. Dave, who was also invited to the launch of Prince William's Homewards project in June, commented on the Prince's personal connection to the cause. His mother used to go to the Passage. That's where he experienced homelessness for the first time. That's why it's really important to him. Homewards, a 5-year project aimed to eliminate homelessness in the UK, initially focuses on 6 areas. The initiative encourages collaboration among local entities to develop action plans supported by funding of up to £500,000. And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify or Apple or your app of choice. Hit those 5 stars on Apple if you really like the show. And if you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue, and good times.